Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. I am so very excited to talk about what I'm reading in May. I don't know quite how we got to the month of May. It's just gone by so quickly this year so far. So I'm going to be talking first about MontgomerMay, what I'll be reading. And this is an L.M.Montgomery Readathon hosted by Tiffany at Beautiful Minutia. It was her brainchild, and she brought in Dia from Novel Idea and Courtney Reads and Shanta Reads All Day and Voyage of a Time Wanderer. Go check out those channels and support them. And let's talk about some of the prompts. So the first prompt is, the first thing you need to know is that the group read is Kilmeny of the Orchard, and that is one that I haven't read for many years. I don't remember it well at all. I remember that it's a sweet romance, so I'm excited to see what that's all about. And prompts. The first one is read a short story by L.M.Montgomery. And oh my goodness, this is so funny because I just was searching through titles. I have this little Kindle edition of short stories that she has written. And I was going through the titles. I was just going to pick, not knowing anything about it, by a title. And there's one called The Fillmore Elderberries. And it's hilarious because I give my kids elderberry syrup every single day to try to fend off germs, and so I thought that would be very appropriate for me since I'm constantly making my kids drink elderberry syrup. So that's the first prompt. And then read a nonfiction book about L.M.Montgomery, or one that is talking about that historical time period that's a nonfiction book. And so I am going to be going with House of Dreams by Liz Rosenberg, and that's just a biography of L.M.Montgomery. So the next prompt is read a poem or book referenced in an L.M.Montgomery book, and I'm going to read the poem Bingen on the Rhine by Carolyn Elizabeth Norton, and this is just one that was referenced, and I'm not familiar with it at all. So I have heard that it is a good poem, so I thought I will read that. And I might read some of the poems I am familiar with, like The Highwayman, or The Lady of Shalott is one that is referenced I'm very familiar with, just for fun too at some point. But I'm very excited for MontgomerMay, and it was so funny because the same day that I released my L.M.Montgomery tag, which I'll put in the description box, is the day that they talked about, I filmed it that day, and it's the same day that they talked about this readathon happening, so great minds think alike. I will be reading some other things in May as well. I am so excited. I don't know why I haven't gotten to this book before now, because I love Rebecca by Daphne du Maurier. It's one of my favorite books. I love the gothic feel and the mystery of the situation and just the way she writes. So I'm going to be reading Jamaica and it's going to be a buddy read with myself and Chrissy from Chrissy's Purple Library. I have buddy read with her before, and it's a fun experience, so I'm excited to do it again and get into more Daphne du Maurier. And then I'm going to try, I've put in hold to the library. We'll see if I'm able to get these books to join in for the Court of Fables book club's reads this month. The first one is A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross, and from what I understand, if you hear a popping noise, we got a new computer, and my kids have been popping the bubbles that were wrapped around the computer protecting it, so there aren't any guns going off in the background. We're okay here. No need to worry. Just kids being kids. So A River Enchanted by Rebecca Ross, and this one is kind of about someone that comes back to, I believe, their town, and there are some girls that are disappearing, and there are definitely enchanted, fantastical elements to it. I'm trying to stay a little blind. I like to be a little bit blind with my fantasies. And the next book that they're also doing, and I may or may not get through this, there are a lot of trigger warnings, but I've been told that it's not graphic, is The Serpent and the Wings of Night by Carissa Broadbent. And so this one has a vampire element to it, so that will be very interesting if the holds come in from the library in time. Sometimes when you're not a big book buyer, you are at the mercy of the library. And of course, I'm still working on Ship of Magic by Robin Hobb. And what I've read so far, I really like. This is a buddy read I'm doing with Nicole at Dusty Book Sniffers, but we're really taking our time. And this is a fantastical world where ships can have like, they're living through their wood, and they can kind of have a rebirth to where, like, you know, on the mast, whatever is there becomes alive and can like talk to you. So that is one of the elements of the Live Ship Trader series. And so the Ship of Magic is the first one in that series. I had read Farseers last year. So I am excited to get into that a little bit more. I'm going to focus on that a little bit more this month. So if I get through all of this, I'm definitely going to keep up my goal with trying to finish series that I have already started. I have fantasy series. I have historical fiction series. I have some mystery series. I have a lot of series that I need to finish. So that will be a goal if I get through all of these on the list. I hope that you have a wonderful May. I know May is kind of a busy, crazy month for a lot of people. And so I hope that you find time to just sit back and read a lot. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye.